Hello, good morning to you. Many thanks for joining us. You're watching Galaxy today, coming to you from Galaxy Television. It's the midweek edition. My name is Justin Akadonye.
And no doubt he's with Uche Onyekolije. Good morning and good to have you on the show. As usual, you know that when it comes to Galaxy today, we'd like to keep you informed, entertained, and of course, educated. It's an educative program, permit me to say that. Okay, on today's show, Justin and I will be taking you through topics that is going to influence and of course impact your life. All you just have to do is send an SMS to the number that we've written on the screen, or numbers that will be on the screen, or just send your comments, questions on our social media handles using hashtag Galaxy Today. Good morning and welcome once again. Yeah, welcome. We have a guest in the house. Lately there's been a seeming rift, talk of cabals and infightings in the presidency. How true is that with the vice president being in the center of the storm? There's been this talk of, trying to force him all the way to, maybe resigning. A whole lot of talks right now with what happened not too long ago with the economic team being revamped, as it were, and no longer under his management. And what are the issues really? We'll talk of corruption and misappropriation of funds. What are the issues? We'll be looking at that this morning with a view to improving relationship within the presidency. And we have a guest with us in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, let us make welcome social commentator, policy analyst, Mr. Sola Omolayo. Good morning to you. Many thanks for joining us on Galaxy today.
Good morning again, Nigerians, and good morning to us here in the studio. We have come to display color today.
Okay.
You can see that.
Let's just get straight to the issue at hand. In your opinion, would you say there is no love lost between the presidency and, of course, the people working under that particular platform?
See, I want to believe Nigerians, we don't mind our business. Honestly, we don't mind our business. What is our problem? Either they are fighting, they are quarreling, they are together. What is our business?
No, because they are leaders.
Did they inform us before they appoint each other or nominate each other to become, one person become president, another person become the vice president? What is our problem? You understand it? And you are not even, some of us, we don't even know Abuja, not to talk of Asurok, but on our media, Facebook media, we just talk. And you see these people, they will tell us that we are not fighting, can't you see? And they'll be smiling. So why are you using a painkiller for another man's headache?
So in your opinion, there's really no rift. What with the economic team being reshuffled by the president?
In governance, every man has some responsibility to carry out based on the office where you are voted for, or where you are, appointed in to do some certain function. Okay. And come to think of it, in real sense, the president is the head of the government. So it now depends on how he might choose to shovel the responsibility of every officer that is working under his jurisdiction. And if you're talking of the vice president, the people don't have a say. Yeah, we might want to politicize it and tribalize it. That's another game entirely. And come to think of it, what do you expect? Even some of these hawkers who want to chip in some things to get the real part, because the juggle for 2023 has long started, and this is the first time in the history of Nigeria that we are going to experience democratic electioneering in the full sense of it. It's going to be chased at a level of regional, at the level of the regional section. Are we going in the old style of transiting by what we call rotational, which is not even constitutional? That language is so insulting to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But so funny enough, with one mouth we say we are not following the Constitution, and with the other mouth, the whole Nigerians are saying it must be. The guys who introduced this rotational power, either to the north or to the south, genuinely are these PDP cohorts. They were the one that started this show of we are the north will have the first shot and the south is going to have the next shot. These are the people who promulgate this this canal law to us, and we duly accepted it. You understand it? And for the first time, I think Nigeria is going to go into display of action to really tell ourselves, do we really know what we want? Because if anybody is saying yes, Buhari has laid the government of Buhari by APC have laid a foundation. They are not the one that is laying the foundation. It is the system that we are finding ourselves that is laying the foundation of how we are going to do in the next dispensation that we're going to experience. But if you come to talk about, is the vice president and the president having reached, even if they should have, presently, I think it shouldn't be a Nigerian problem. But if you absorb it, we might be caught in the web, and that is the danger.
Should they even, in clear terms, should they even have rifts ordinarily?
Why not? These are political individuals that has special interests. I don't even know who, when they were juggling for this position, you see, election goes beyond the final stage of bringing this to others. Okay, this is SDP, NRC, SSDP. Make a choice. They've gone through the rigorosity of what they might want to give to the people. You don't even know that. So you wouldn't even know of which interest the vice president or any of the minister or any of the appointee of the government might be representing at that stage where you are seeing them now. They come with all kinds of luggage because they have interest. That's why you see in this appointment of ministers, some of the youth in the APC wing are groaning that we've been used and done. Whereas some people are saying we are fully represented. So it goes beyond the ordinary. So if you now say there is a rift, it might even be a rift between the followers or those who have interest in some of these individuals. You understand it? And they are going to place a dummy. And the dummy at this present preparatory to 2002-2003 electionary year, the pawn they are going to use for this show is the office of the president, majorly the president himself.
So it's not a thing of the president. I'm having a bit of distrust or maybe lack of confidence in the ability of the vice president.
I just told you it's going to be a personal thing. Whatever they do, the office of the vice president is to get instruction. The constitution does not give any maximum duty on the vice president. It is the position of the vice president lies solely on the favoritism, on the favor that the president might want to pass. So look at it very well. In the first dispensation, I mean, that the first time of the president here, most of the time when he's not around, you know, the vice president take charge. You understand it? And at times he takes some decision, the whole nation begins to clap, you know, and say, he has done it well. Yes, the president might even come in and say, well, this is not how you ought to have done it, based on, because he knows everything will come back to his doorstep. So if this time around, and the president said, okay, because this time is going to be very sensitive to Nigerians, I want to be in charge. This is his office. He is responsible for whatever comes out of that office. So come to think of it, whatever he is doing, either is asking the vice president, don't bother yourself, just be sleeping. In fact, you have worked in the first tenure. What's my business?
Okay,
if he feels that it's not too bothered, that okay, you work with the ministers, what's the problem? See, the vice president is even having so much on his neck. Do you know the vice president visits almost every area of the south? It's like people are not seeing some of these things. Like the system is so divided that okay, some of the representative, I mean some of the individual in the presidency go up north while he come down south. You understand? You are not seeing some of these things. You understand it? And the game of politics, it goes beyond the field itself. The drawing board is just beside the pitch.
Okay, but can I say something? I've heard people with the thoughts that it looks like there's a bit, apart from fact there's a political tussle going on. Some people also believe is a tribe. Will I say is a tribal
war?
I mean, a lot of people say that it looks like, I've heard people say that Yorubas are saying that he's not doing well for the Yorubas, as though like him being the vice president means he must show some level of favoritism to Yorubas.
Before you answer that, let me just read out something to you vis-a-vis what Uche just said. Yoruba leader Professor Banji Akintoye on Monday in Ibadan said Yoruba are now slaves in the country following the alleged humiliation of Vice President Yemi Osinbajo by a cabal in the presidency. Let me just quote him verbatim. He says, "There cannot be smoke without fire. Although we don't know where the fire is, we can see the smoke all around us."
With due respect to some of our leaders, some of some of these academia, let me put it that way. You see, if you are a political science lecturer, you have that sound, you will teach very well, you mark scripts for students, they will fail your course. But come and practicalize it, come and be a policy counselor, you will know, we will fail you. What you are teaching in your class, you can only teach it there because of your academic constraint. You are so buckled, you are the one that will say you pass or you did not pass. Okay, okay, that thing, that's like Fela will say, teacher, don't teach me nonsense. Oh yeah, that thing you are teaching me in your class, carry a policy counselor in your local government. Come and vie for the office of the counselor. Let's see how practicable those things you are teaching will work. See, everybody is a slave already. Nobody is representing anybody. You understand it? See, when they were campaigning there, they didn't tell us so. We are the one that cooked the story. We are fooling ourselves, deceiving ourselves that, yes, let us vote for Buhari, and in the second time, or in the third time when it's going, when they are going to be contesting again, Osinbajo will just come inside and then begin to continue the job of Buhari. What kind of nonsense? And we fell into that jig. And everybody will say, yes, it's going to be Yoruba storm. Yoruba Suyani. What? The Igbos, the Southeast Eastern, are they not part of Nigeria? Are they not?
Okay, but do you...
The Middle Belt.
Can I say something?
Are they not part of Nigeria?
Can I say something? Would you now say that?
The South we are even talking of, who brought in the South? It's Obasanjo Sigwalele because of the level of the constitution at that time. Okay. It is not Nigerians that brought in.
Okay, I just want to say something because I see a group of people.
Representing me.
No way. I hear a group of people. Yeah. I mean, you enter a public place and you hear people chit-chatting here and there. And I've overheard people say over time that there's a bit of an under, will I say that there's some
undertone?
Like an undertone or undercover, those who are working under to see that they frustrate. I'm going somewhere. They frustrate this government. And then I am saying, or I want to channel it from that point, that if truly that they will have a group of people who are trying to frustrate the effort of this government and that they feel like using tribalism is one of the tools they could use. Hey, of course, a lot of people have also said that probably the houses are beginning to think that leadership is for them and they are here to retain it at all costs, probably trying to put the presidency and the vice president at loggerhead. Now, in view of all this, would you say that I don't want to use the word opponent because APC has a whole lot of opponents. Would you say that the opponents are at work trying to frustrate this particular government from focusing? Which
opponent? Is it what opponent within? Or
it could be within. It could be within. I mean, we don't know. Yes, I mean, you could have somebody in your party does not mean that person believes in your dream. So would you say it's a strategy to distract this present government from doing what they want to do? Because we know another election is coming into place in another three and a half years or less. So it could be a strategy to distract this government, to make them underplay, so that when the next election comes, this present party could lose out. I don't know if you understand my question, sir.
Yeah. You see, this president can never be distracted. He already knows what he's about to do.
Okay.
He told us loud and clear that he's not going to support any candidate. True or false, that is what we are going to hold him for. You understand it? And he's towing that line. That he's not going to support any candidate. But foolishly, we were thinking, I'm taking to the other side now, the ground side. You know, those of us who read this quote in quote, you understand it? You know, you just hear the headline, you don't know the remaining one, just push to the street. You understand it? That is our thought. That yes, this is how it's going to be. But Buhari has taken a stand on where he is going. And once he's getting out of the office, write it down. They might use him. That's why I say you're going to be the pawn in this game. This is the first time in Nigeria that democracy is going to be tested. And I really love Nigerians now. either we are on the right track or not. We are getting into the groove. We're beginning to discuss it, just like the politician. Because the politician, they think we'll just go to sleep like those days after the election, we go and sleep. But now, every step they take, we are monitoring them. If you eat rice, you see, as Tinubu is trying to take that rice, he's looking at Osinbajo with one eye. We are checking everything out, even if they are not looking at those things. See, the drama has not started. I told you here that the election will commence. The program of the true election will commence by August 2021. You will see, all this one is just a preamble to the big show. And they've not started because they will need money. And they have not started their project. They are just, the minister, the shoveling is still there now. They just remove one for another one. The shoveling is still there. The budget they have not gotten their own budget. By next year, all offices is going to be tested when they would have read their budget and you know what is coming to you. That will determine how you are going to be more relevant in this government. So all of those things we are looking at, they've not started. You understand it? It's just a preamble. Problem within or problem out there, everybody is just trying to catch up with one wing or the other, testing each other's strengths. You understand it? You will hear another say, it is the North. The North is saying no. One of the guys is not saying, making mention of one of the leader here, that they should just forget presidency. It has not started. The people who they are going to use, those ones don't even know. We are still going to be talking about it. But let me tell you this. Because of the political drama, it is very, 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 very possible that some of these individuals will be wicked so that they won't have a face. You understand it? In the eyes of the people, where their name will be that relevant. You understand it? What happened today? The shaking in that office between yesterday and today is not too good for me. I'm not a fan of this person, but moving him from that is because a group of persons in Ondo axis felt cut off from the largesse that is to come, and because of that, those angles, they now felt, okay, why are you putting two people from the same region, from the same resource power in the same office? So to balance up, shake it for us, and that was done.
So it's just a thing of power play.
That's the game now. So if you have placed yourself right, by next year, when the budget will be coming in, it's not that they are going to embezzle or whatever. That's not what we are saying. But you want to execute something that will make your followers know that we are here. So by the time the election is going to commence, it's just a game. You understand it? It's a game towards 2022, 2023. So, just like that rapper said, or meaning don't sleep. Now we must one step at a time. We should be following them. You understand it? So whatever happens in Aso Rock, we will pray for Nigeria, we will pray for Aso Rock. The people who are living there, we pray for the president of this country. But it is obvious. You understand me? The secrets here that we should not let anybody know is that there will be disagreements amongst them. I hope you are not hearing that. They will disagree for us to agree. But the only way we can agree is
Mason. All right, just to remind viewers that you can be part of this conversation, feel free to interact with us on social media using the hashtag Galaxy Today, or send SMS. Don't call, send SMS if you have a comment or a question. Remember to tell us where you're writing from and your name. I have one here. This is from Samuel Eletuo from Mafoluku, that's Oshodi. Mr. President thinks that Osinbajo has not been able to manage the economic team during the last regime very well. The president has the right to change him, or is right to change him and put a more competent person, because the last regime failed economically. Remember, uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. The right economic team needs to be chosen to get the economy of this country right. If not, the economic meltdown looms. Do you agree, Sola?
I just told you, everybody will be reading and will be reporting back. We have a lot of field journalists now, pressmen.
Yes, I reporters. Yeah.
So we have our own opinion, just like I'm giving my own. But this is so obvious. The past one did their best. This one too. You understand me? Soludo, no, what's the name of this? Emir
Lamido Sanusi.
Lamido Sanusi just celebrated the same individual that he castigated. Nigeria with a forget story, fast. We are just like the children of Israel. Once we conquer Red Sea, right, give us water. You want to kill us in the wilderness? God will provide water from the rock. Hey, we don't know cucumber in Egypt. Let's go back. Oh yeah, bed from. We are just like that. They'll just throw something at us. We need to celebrate. The same Emir, is honorable, that's celebrate that castigated that government. One of them is here now, is celebrating that, oh, this is one of the best things we have been waiting for. Okay, best. So, but how best will it be for Nigeria? You understand? Understanding that tax is on the high side. And these are builders of tax. They are makers of tax. There's no other revenue they want to talk about. You understand it? They are not going to say they should give us, this ones will not tell us to collect 10,000. I don't support that. But they will look at ways where money must come for the government, you understand, to be okay. And the government will be okay.
So in your opinion right now, to foster better work relationship between the office of the president and that of the vice president, what should be put in place?
How?
What conditions should be there for there to be a very good working relationship?
There's no condition than to follow the constitution. What is the constitution? You understand? Their personal interest is another different thing that we cannot doctor. Either you like it or not. Because if you are trying to force things in, it's like you are asking the stammerer to speak very fast. You end up not hearing anything. So why are we trying to jump the gun? We need to wait and see how they take things on. I mean, is it because they just changed guard now? We are saying, King Kong. You understand it? Whereas the game has started even from day one. You guys, we are all saying that, yeah, Buhari really wants to keep this team. In fact, APC is doing it. So that was the campaign that was going on, that once Buhari gets in, he gets the second time, which is also very good, okay? And you see, the next one is they will just hand over to Osinbajo. You understand it? We just talk like all these people who watch Chelsea and Arsenal. You say, Omo, you know, see my picking yesterday. You know, such a pass that ball. The person, they say, oh, Romo Milano, Omo me. He's calling Messi his son. When the whole of the salary of Messi in a month can buy his family. So, oh, Romo Mimi Kotoba. You understand it? That is the way we talk. We discuss this thing as if we are in Azuro. These people at times, they are not thinking towards our direction. They don't even know what we are doing here. What is the next thing? What is happening in border? You understand? What's the latest thing? And the report is that, oh, thank God, Your Excellency, the border thing is working. Yes, it's working. You understand it? Me too, I've been campaigning I've been sanitizing the mind of the people about the border. Some will feel the pain, you understand? But somehow, they are working towards a goal. But, like you said, we hope that those who might want to truncate the good deed of the president will not get into the seat of power, which is the presidency that you are talking about. And the president now must put his ear on ground. You understand it? So that by the time he's living peacefully. He won't go back to Mina. Just like the days of Babangida. When Babangida left office, he regretted so many things. Which means he meant well, but somehow, somewhere, some people will just hold you by your neck. You won't see those hands that is holding you, but you just know that you are trying to put in some policies in place, and it's not just working. So this is the best time for whoever is so in love with the president and that is working in that presidency. They should put their ears on ground and find a soft landing of our president come 2023. Let me also shock you. There's a sneakers that came out yesterday from one of the media that says, Omo, if I say they won't start Totamo, the other response is, let's keep tap on that. Let us be watching. Even these people they might not be too close to any power. They might just be an ordinary person like me. But they will just say something and they will put it on there. And before you know it, it begins to blow fire. And even the presidency again will begin to check themselves. Say, Omo, I hope something is wrong, not wrong somewhere. We fix our president again. The president, once I used to contest in 2023, we're beginning to fix them. Whereas they themselves have not spoken that this is what is about to happen. And when they tell you that, you know, when the Yoruba man says that when a musician praises you, you understand it? If you have Gary head, your head will swallow. You know Gary now, you know Garios, cassava. You know, if you put water, it will rise. So if a musician praises you, the money that you need to use for contract, if you are not careful, you go and drop some. You understand? That is the way some of these politicians think. They'll just be talking about it that, this is our next president. And the wife will say, darling, they just call you the president. So I won't forget that thing. It might be the voice of God, though. Speaking. You understand? And before you know what is going on, voila, don't start.
Interesting. It's good to hear that from you. Okay, so moving on, how would you rather suggest to the presidency to improve relationship or curb whatever menace this
We don't need relationship. We need them to do our road. If they want to fight, let them be fighting. We'll wait for them.
Is it the presidency that is to do the road? Because I thought
they have ministers. There's an
governors
executive order now. You have ministers for minister for transport, minister for works and housing, minister for this, minister for agri. Let those ones be working. If they want to fight, when I was very young, if my father and my mother are fighting, what's my business? My school fees, I'm going to school. When I'm gone, continue. You understand it? And when I'm coming back, don't let me see you fighting. Because as I'm coming back, either my father and my mother, if they fought in the morning, I don't know. The next thing is that I'm hungry. You understand? I must provide food. Their salary is going on. They are not fighting to say, I won't collect this salary. We don't hear that. The salary is going on. The escort are pointing them. None of them, you know. Even women are stronger. You know, when your wife is annoyed with you, the car you bought, you just throw it at you. If it's because of your car that is making you talk anyhow, take. For you not to be ashamed, you'll be begging her, okay, for people not to know you are fighting, okay, can I just carry the car? I'm sorry, you know. You will be begging, you know, and the one that is guilty. Because it's going to disgrace you by carrying Okada. You understand? And they say, look at that man with all the car he has, look at the wife. Because that is our own plan. So this government, if you people want to fight, I don't discuss things like this on social media and the president is fighting. So what? What's my business? The question is how are they going to, when is the express road? About the express road. You understand it? This light, when is it going to be stable? You understand it? Or disco, they tested them, said drive discos away, bring in another organization or agent that will do this thing. These are the things that I think matters to us. You see, they're taking our time now. This one, we should be talking about medical. We should be talking about the Donald Trump speech and our own speech. Comparing notes. We are not discussing that. We are discussing Osinbajo and Kemi. And whereas the Osinbajo you are discussing, there are instruction memo that must have been passed from US to Osinbajo that carry on this, do this, and we are not there. We are discussing them here. You see the way they divert us? The border is closed. How much they sell rice today, do you know?
A bag of rice?
Yes. About 22,000.
Can you see? You are not too sure.
It's 22,000.
22. Which one is it, local or foreign? You see? You should discuss that now. You understand me? These are these. You see, it is good because of the feeding. You can discuss anything. You understand me? Two fighting is not a big deal. Before when you are fighting, they separate you. But now Lagos is good. They will just leave you. But don't let the guy you are beating drop dead. If you drop dead, you know go carry on. You understand me? So they are having. Don't let us look at those sides.
Okay.
They are good. They know how to make up.
Okay.
The president is daddy to vice president. Daddy is a daddy. The vice president Osinbajo is a daddy to me. Buhari is a daddy to every one of them down the ladder. You understand me? So they can't fight because the word of the vice president is yes sir to the president, either you like it or not.
Right,
so discussing this issue, unless you are looking for another thing, and if you want to see what is crying inside radio, you will spoil the radio. So let things be.
All right, thank you so much. I think we'll wrap this particular segment at that. But Prince Camille from Ikorodu says, anybody can be changed. Okay, they will. Okay, keep on sending messages. Don't call. They will ruin Nigeria if they continue like this. and in 2023 I will submit my life for the Igbos. The bad ones in the southwest will clamor for you, but they want the Igbos to be marginalized. All right, thank you so much for your comment. Let us continue the conversation on social media. And we must say a very big thank you to you, Sola Omolayo, for joining us on this segment.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
God bless you. Always. Mouth will kill me. So we just pray that this Nigeria that we're about, the new Nigeria we are expecting, we should all be on ground to watch it. We pray about it this time around. Love this country. Play your part genuinely. There is no way, and let me correct something. In this age and time, there is no way you can remove tribalism in our system. This is not the time. Not until when a serious government can begin to put in place what each region is lacking. That is when we begin to see a direct force toward one nation.
Well said. Nigeria. Thank you so much, Sola Omolayo. When we return from this quick break, we'll be focusing our attention on young people, specifically one of the vices and the trouble good education, which is that of cultism. We have a young youth advocate in the house who will be talking to us about challenges and concerning cultism in schools and of course in the society at large. In a moment when we return, we'll take this report where some suspects were paraded just on Monday for all sorts of crime ranging from armed robbery to kidnapping and of course cultism. We'll be right back to join us again.
The Commissioner of Police,